Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from Nurse Gundam who got the Geara Doga. It's a really interesting looking mobile suit. It's, in terms of damage, it is mostly geared towards towards melee rather. But it has some good ranged weapons. It has a beam machine gun with a grenade launcher. And the beam machine gun, unlike previous things to bear the name, actually works like a machine gun. It fires, it fires at a good rate of fire for a machine gun as opposed to the burst fire you got out of the Doga Jaeger and Marine Commander. So, and Geara Tetra, actually, now that I think about it. So yeah, it's a good thing. But yeah, you can see there, pretty good fire. There's the grenade launcher. In addition to that, it has a bunch of interesting other weapons. It has It has a quad Sturmfaust launcher in its shield, which fires in two bursts of 2. And technically, in game terms, the shield is not a shield. It is a left arm equipment, and it has a skill that causes damage reduction, but does not actually tank shots for you the way a shield does. Looks like it has maneuver armor, since the Hyzak custom hit her square in the legs, and she is fine. And yes, it has a beam sword axe, which is both of those things. She knocked it down with the sword version and then got a good chop on it on the ground with the axe. So, and yeah, like I said, it's geared for melee damage. I forget what its melee mod is, but its ranged mod's like 5 or 6, she was telling me. So, yeah, in addition to all those things, it has a wire anchor, I think they called it, in the arm. It's basically, or not necessarily in the arm, but it's got one. Which basically is a heat rod, or sea serpent if you prefer. So yeah, it's and a smoke dispenser, which of course, like all smoke dispensers, gives you a short defense and stealth buff. So, and you may notice that the wire anchor there, which interestingly the tiny captions on the weapon selector on the right call an enameled wire. Interesting choice of words. But, yeah, so it's got everything. Got a kill with the wire. And now fighting another Doga. Good time to have your boost back, but it only has a single dodge roll, so... Let's see, wire connected, so that is as good as dead. Pretty sure the teammate will take that. Yep. And, yeah, it's got a ton of weapons. It may be geared towards melee combos, but it's got a little bit of everything, so... I'm hoping to get a hold of one eventually, but it looks really nice. Hoping also eventually we get a commander type, because there is a separate commander's beam machine gun design for this that Resin Schneider used in Char's counterattack. So we could get a commander's version in blue at some point. That would be nice. Don't know if we will, but the gear is there, and also as pretty sure several people have said, they're Salty especially, there are Geara Dogas that use the older Neo Zeon beam rifle from Double Zeta, the one that the Bawu, the Zaku 3, and I think the Arjarja all use. So yeah, that is hopefully a possibility in the future. But let's see. She did quite a bit of good damage on that first life. Finally got run down by the Hyzak custom, and I think that's full armor Gundam ground type. But team's doing really well, 6,300 to 3,100. It's a 2-to-1 lead, so they're a little split up and they could stand to have another waypoint if they get a chance. But other than that, yeah, things are going well. And Nurse Gundam's spawning back in, and let's see what happens. But yeah, I really do like the look of this. It looks like fun. I'm hoping that we will get, like I said, a Geara Doga Commander, also the Yag Doga and the Riga Z, and that is some unlucky support fire there. Probably focused on the person over on her left, but yeah, unfortunately she is out of health, and yeah, she's pulling back, but I think probably somebody has spotted her at this point. Yeah, there's somebody coming over around there. I think it's a Mark II. And yeah, tagged her. So, scores evened out a little bit, unfortunately, but that doesn't mean too much yet. But yeah, I'm wondering if we'll get those soon, or if they'll hold them for closer to the anniversary to make a whole like Char's counterattack block with New Gundam and Sazabi. Kind of worked the same way when Zeta happened. We got some of the lower end suits in like December, and then in spring is when we got the Zeta and a bunch of the other things. Of course, they've never quite finished all of Zeta in terms of mobile suits in the game. A few things left to get. The Masala is one. Bound Dock is one. Things that are so big I don't even know if they'll be viable. But, good kill there. And, let's see. 8,500 to 7,100 is also not bad. And I really do like the port base at high tide. It's fun to use. It's fun to play on. It's a nice change. And just, I have so many things that this game does that would have been, we all kind of hoped for back during GBO1 and just never expected to see it happen. Just awful lot of these features, we always went, when are they going to do? And, the answer is like 8 years later, so I'm all for it. Good to have, always good to have support from a teammate, and good. Another shot there with the anchor. I think it hit before someone else got the kill. And, okay, well, both counters have gone through, so yeah, good time for the Pixie to take a shot. Now everybody can take their turn, and that thing is going to be dead. Missed with the wire a little bit, but it's okay. That was an inevitable kill given the number of mobile suits that raid was surrounded by. So, and now I'll leave that. I had something I talked about in a video that you probably won't see for over a week, and I was thinking about, expanding on, but I'll leave it for another time until after that video has run. I'm pushing this one to the front of the queue since it's something relatively new that I do not have a video for. So, and let's see, Full Armor Gundam Ground. Yeah, this is getting focused a little bit, which is yeah. So that's probably going to be a death in a second, but yep, out of feet just about, and yeah, still. Again, good damage all around, some good kills, and with the amount of time left, probably not anything left that she can do to help the team. Might be able to squeeze in a support fire, but probably no, not with the amount of time left. Just nothing could be done. So it happens, but may as well plant it just for something to do for the last few seconds of the round. But yeah, about a 1,200 point, no, 800 point win. That's not bad. A win is, of course, a win. So, but yeah, Geara Doga looks like fun. I want to get it, and as you can see, the commander's antenna can be toggled. So, yeah, pretty good round all around. And let's take a look at the final stats in a second. Yeah, there's some very helpful teammates there. 4 kills, 3 deaths, 2,400 points. Not bad. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. So till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! Had an interesting conversation with Mark Simmons on Twitter, who, he's around. He still does Gundam-related things, and of course, he always loved Gundam, so he still talked about it from time to time. And just got to talking to him about various translations. Talked about the mess that is the Zero Shiki Type 2's name. Because, as he said, there's a lot of names in Japanese that translate to type. And also, names like the Nemo and things like that. Basically, he said his rule of thumb was, if it's Greek, the Japanese will pronounce it like the Greek do, and the English will pronounce it like the English do. So probably, or English speakers will pronounce it the way English speakers do. So probably I should be going with Nemo instead of Nemo. But especially since I've discovered via Fate Grand Order that Nemo, or Nemo as it's spelled in Japanese, is the way that Captain Nemo's name from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is spelled. So, yeah, just one of those things. But no, the thing that was really interesting was where he said that was talking about how most of the translations we have are things that were determined by Sunrise, and they had good reasoning for most of them. Some of them they didn't give any explanation, some they gave quite a bit. And basically, the reason that we got Cyber New Type for, I think it's Kyokan Ningen, which is enhanced human or strengthened human in Japanese, is that the term was, in Japanese, was specifically chosen to sound like melodramatic, like tokusatsu villain kind of thing. So Cyber New Type, just they wanted something over the top, and of the options they had, they all decided on Cyber New Type, which was actually Sunrise's second choice. So I'd love to learn one day what the first choice was. That would probably be interesting.